We are doing the Numerology and Astrology for the 17th of June, 2022. Thank you for joining me. I hope you find today interesting. It's sort of an interesting day on a lot of levels because when we add all those numbers together, you get the number 20. And if you add the 2 and the 0 together, you get the number 2. Now, we live in the world of duality, which is the number 2. Many people literally exist primarily in their mind, which is, again, the number 2. We live in a world that people love to find fault and criticize, which, again, is the number 2. So today, the number 2 helps us see that we are less and less interested in the reactive dramas that unfold around some people. And we notice more and more how we are moving away from needing any form of societal acceptance, especially when those that make the laws and rules in our world are less and less in touch with what is necessary, required, or wanted by the people. Fitting in has become less appealing, and embracing a lifestyle that suits our personal predilections is much more appealing. The obvious splits between the rules of a few that intend only to control and manipulate, and the truth that the rest of us are living through cannot be denied. This duality today is clearly showing us that we must choose our life and be willing to take the full consequences of our actions. While that used to be a scary thing, now it no longer causes us to hesitate. The rebellious nature that is within each person is growing exponentially, and the greatest fear now is in doing what governments tell us we are supposed to do when we recognize clearly once and for all that they don't care one iota about us on any deep or practical level. When governments only serve themselves in order to gain great wealth and power, and when the people see that their intention is to take from the people as much as they can for as long as they can, that is when something deep and profound breaks. The illusions are shattered, and the truth reveals that governments are attempting to break the backs of the people, and those in power are clearly out of touch with the heart and soul of Americans. Okay, the astrology for today. The moon in Aquarius helps us feel part of a community and in the progressive flow of change. Gatherings are favored, and while we are still dealing with the pandemic and need to be careful, the desire to go out into nature with others, play music, and celebrate life is strong. Kindness seems to align with a good mood, and hopefully that will be more infectious than COVID. We can only hope. Once again, we reach out of ourselves on a conscious level to interact with others and move from a more cooperative and interconnected way of being. Juno will sextile to Uranus, and that adds to a more friendly pattern where being together is more important, and respecting the individuality of others seems a bit easier. It is a moment to get inspired again and again, and notice that the current laws and rules of society do not reflect the needs, demands, and truths of the people. Thanks, everyone.